Throwing back of the end zone, nothing there, and incomplete. They took one on the drive already. This looks like an old-school extra point, a 21-yard field goal for Butler, who's now 4 for 4 on the game, the longest of the 4 field goals. In motion, guarded by
Dolphins Tyreek Hill uses Dan Campbell's success to support Mike McDaniel. Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill went to bat for Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel on Monday, drawing a comparison to Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell. The Lions' season ended in heartbreaking fashion on Sunday as they blew a 17-point lead to lose the NFC Championship game. Campbell is being criticized heavily for his decision to go for it on 4th down twice when Detroit was within field goal range in the second half, neither of which it converted. Hill spun the criticism the other way, reminding NFL fans that the Lions improved tremendously year over year since Campbell took over in 2021. Everybody forgetting Coach Dan Campbell was 3-13 I think his first year in Detroit, Hill said on X. You're almost right Tyreek, as the Lions went 3-13-1 in Campbell's first season, with the tie coming before any of their 3 wins. Detroit improved to 9-8 in 2022, narrowly missing the playoffs before capturing the franchise's first division title in 30 years with a 12-5 record in 2023. McDaniel has been criticized for his lack of ability to win big games during his 2 years with the Dolphins, including 2 playoff games. Shortly after his initial post, Hill explained why he noted Campbell's first season as head coach. I say that to say what Coach McDaniel is doing in Miami is already special. It's understandable expectations are high, keep them that way, Hill said. Dolphins under Mike McDaniel. While Tyreek Hill's point is more than fair, it's also fair for Dolphins fans to be critical of McDaniel and the team given its track record against winning teams. The Dolphins were 1-5 against teams that finished with a winning record in 2023, with a 6th loss coming in the playoffs to the Kansas City Chiefs. 4 of those 6 losses were by double-digit points. Despite that, Miami won 11 games for the first time since 2008 and finished with a winning record and a playoff berth for the 2nd consecutive year under McDaniel. It's not a huge improvement record-wise from his predecessor Brian Flores, who won 10 and 9 games respectively in his final 2 seasons as Dolphins head coach. Miami did not make the playoffs in any of Flores' 3 seasons in charge, so getting there under McDaniel is an improvement. The next step for McDaniel and the Dolphins has to be playoff success though. Another winning season with a first-round playoff exit will likely lead to some changes in Miami, whether that be letting go of McDaniel or moving on from quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, among other options. The Dolphins players have seemed to respond and buy into what Mike McDaniel is trying to build in Miami, similar to the Lions situation with Dan Campbell. Success on the field has to play a factor at some point though, and McDaniel could find his time in Miami running out sooner rather than later if he can't get the Dolphins over the hump next season.